Hi students, welcome to DSR Maths. In this video, we will discuss about the fractional part function, exponential function, logarithmic function and even odd functions, right? Now in that, see the first function, fractional part function. So what is the definition? If x belongs to real number, then a function f of x equal to x minus step x is called fractional part function. It is denoted by this symbol, braces. We know that any real number, suppose if you take x is a real number, can be written as some integer part and fractional part. X equal to integer part plus fractional part. Already in greatest integer function we learned greatest integer function is represented by this one, right? This is fractional part. So any real number can be represented as what? Fractional part and integer part, right? Now from this one, this fractional part can be written as x minus step x. Suppose if you take one example, fractional part of 1.1. In this one, what is the fractional part? 0.1. Suppose if you take fractional part of 2.5. In this one, what is the fractional part? So this symbol is nothing but in this real number we have to choose fractional part. Now suppose 3.9, so equal to 0.9. Suppose in this 4, what is the fractional part? 0. Right? Suppose one negative value take, that is minus 3.6. So fractional part is always positive. So that's why this can be written as minus 4 plus 0.4. Like this we have to write. Now in this one fractional part is what? 0.4. Like this we have to take. Right? Now in this one what you observed? Fractional part of this one is 0.1, 0.5, 0.9, here 0, here also in this one. Means fractional part always between fractional part of any real number. So close interval 0 to open interval 1. Right? So by using some values we will draw the graph of the fractional part function. So how to get the graph of the fractional part function? See take the some values on x-axis and some points on y-axis. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3. This has y-axis and this has x-axis, y-axis, and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Right? Now listen carefully how to draw the graph. So our function is y equal to fractional part of x. So in this one any real number you substitute. Suppose here to here any real number you substitute, fractional part of 0 and fractional part of 0.1, 0.1 only, fractional part of 0, 0 only, fractional part of 0.2, 0.2, etc. Fractional part of 0.9 equal to what? 0.9. Means if these are the x values, these are the what? Y values. Means fractional part of 0, 0, 0.5, 0.5, 0.9, 0.5, here 0.5, 0.9, here 0.9. Means points like this you will get. But if you take x equal to 1, fractional part of 1 is equal to what? 0. So that's why here point you will get. Suppose a fractional part of 1.5 if you take, that is equal to 0.5. So y value is 0.5 like this. So fractional part of 1.9 if you take, here what will get? 0.9. So here also like this you will get. Right? Next, suppose if you take fractional part of 2, 0 only. 2.5 0.5, 2.9 0.9, means up to here like this. But fractional part of 3 what 0 only you will get. So that's why here open circle, here closed circle. So like this you will get. So here also same thing. So once again see, fractional part of 0 0, 0.5 0.5, 0.9 0.9, but fractional part of 1 again it becomes 0. So fractional part of 1.5 0.5, 1.9 0.9, fractional part of 2 again it becomes what, 0. So like this, understood? Now this is the graph of the what, fractional part function. So from this one we have to choose domain and range. How to identify the domain? So in place of x, any real number you take, y value exists. So that's why domain of existence of x values real number. And what about the range? Means input is real number, means what is the output? What are the y values for x? Means any x value you take, y value exists from where to where? Closed interval 0 to open interval 1. Means closed interval 0 to open interval, that only, no? So fractional part always closed interval 0 to, so open interval 1 means 0.99 up to there. Okay, no? So this is the domain and range of the fractional part function. So how to apply this fractional part function on problems? One or two examples I will give. Suppose they given one problem like this. If this one and fractional part function represents what? Greatest integer function and fractional part functions respectively. This is step x is greatest integer function and this one is fractional part function respectively. Then find the value of this one, step x plus sigma r equal to 1 to 2020 and here greatest integer function means fractional part function of x plus r divided by 2020, this value asking. So we know that here fractional, since this is important conditional, fractional part of so greatest fractional part of x plus r equal to fractional part of x only, where r belongs to integer. In place of r, any integer you take, x plus r, fractional part of x plus r is equal to what? Fractional part of x only you will get. So you take one example, x equal to any real number 1.2 and r is any integer, so 3 you take. Substitute there, fractional part of 1.2, 3, that is equal to what? 4.2. In this one, what is the fractional part? 0.2. Is nothing but fractional part of x only or not. So fractional part of x plus r, where r is integer, is equal to what? Fractional part of x. So by this condition we have to solve this one, means we have to find this one, find the value of this one. Means this is the step x as it is, you write down. So r equal to 1, 2, 3 etc. 20, right? Now 1 by 20 you take common and the remaining substitute r equal to 1 to up to 20. Means what we will get here? Fractional part of x plus 1, fractional part of x plus 2 plus etc. fractional part of x plus 20. Now that is equal to step x 1 by 20. So by this condition, here 1 is integer, 2 integer, 20 integer. So how to write it as fractional part of x, and here also fractional part of x plus etc. plus fractional part of x. How many times? 20 means 2020 times. Now that can be written as step x plus 1 by 20 and into, this is 2020 times, 2020 into fractional part of x. This one get cancelled. What is remaining? Step x plus fractional part of x. So x step x plus fractional part of x can be written as what? X only, no? So since we know that any real number can be written as fractional part x plus integer part. So this value of this one equal to what you got? X. So like this we have to simplify. Okay, now? Right. Take one more example on fractional part function. Suppose they are asking like this: solve 4 into fractional part function of x equal to x plus step x, like this. Means we have to find in this equation x value we have to find. So important question and good question also. So how to simplify this one? We know that any real number can be written as step x plus fractional part x. Now replace this one here. So 4 into fractional part x equal to step x replaced by this one. Sorry, x is replaced by step x plus fractional part x plus step x as it is. Now this one bring this side. So 3 into fractional part of x, right? Now from these two, 2 into greatest integer function of x means step x. Now that implies this fractional part x equal to 2 into step x by 3. So take this as equation number 1. This is the main point in this question. Now we know that 0 less than or equal to x less than fractional part x less than 1, because fractional part x lies between 0 to 1 including 0. Now this fractional part x equal to what? Replace that one, 2 step x divided by 3 less than or equal to 1. Simplify, multiply with 3, 3 greater than 0, 0 less than or equal to 2 step x less than 3, divide by 2 which is greater than 0, 0 less than or equal to x less than 3 by 2. So step x between 0 to 3 by 2 including 0. Means what are the step x values? Step x values 0 and 1 only, because between these two what are the integers? 0 and 1 only. This is also important condition. So for this step x there are two values. So what are they? First one is step x equal to 1. If step x equal to 1 from equation number 1, so here step x equal to 1 from equation number 1, fractional part x equal to what we will get? So 2 by 3 from equation number 1. Once again listen. If step x equal to 1, substitute in this one, fractional part x equal to what? 2 by 3. So fractional part x equal to 2 by 3. But we know that x equal to step x plus fractional part x. Now that is equal to, this is 1 plus 2 by 3. That is equal to 5 by 3. So therefore x equal to in this case 5 by 3, right? Otherwise these two substitute in this given equation also, same thing you will get. Next, in second case, if step x equal to 0, so from equation number 1, step x equal to 0, fractional part x equal to what you will get. Now that implies x equal to what you will get? 0 only. So this is 0, this is 0, x equal to 0. So what are the values, x values? 0, comma 5 by 3. This is our answer, right? Like this we have to do by using the fractional part functions given problem. So this is about the fractional part functions, and many problems are there. In domain range we will do the problems. Next come to exponential function. This is also important function. Exponential function. A function which is in the form of y equal to f of x equal to a power x is called exponential function. A function which of the form y equal to f of x or equal to a power x is called what? Exponential function. Means a function which is in the form of a power x is called what? Exponential function. Where here condition is important, where x is a real number and a greater than 0, a not equal to 1. If you take a equal to 1 for all the real numbers, it is equal to 1 only. So if you take a not equal to 1, here a greater than 0, so we can bifurcate this condition as two parts. What is that? A greater than 0 means 0 to infinity. In between that one not there. So that's why it can be written as 0 to 1, and 1 to infinity. So there are two cases. This is first case and this is second case. So in these two cases, what is the behavior of exponential function we have to observe, and in the two cases we have to draw the graph of the exponential function. Okay, no? Now first case, case 1. If a is in between 0 to 1, 0 less than a less than 1. So to draw the graph, I will take a equal to one value which is 0 between 0 to 1. A equal to 1 by 2 you take. Means our function y equal to 1 by 2 whole power x. Right? Now some points you take on x-axis. So if you take x equal to 0, y value is 1. Suppose if you take x equal to 1, y value is x equal to 1, y value 1 by 2. X equal to 2, y is 1 by 4. If you take x equal to minus 1, y is 2 you will get. If you take x equal to minus 2, y is 4. These points you take on x-axis and y-axis. 0, 1, 2, 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Now take x equal to 0, y equal to 1. Here point is there. X equal to 1. X equal to 1 means y is 1 by 2 anywhere here. X equal to 2, y equal to 1 by 4 near to x-axis anywhere. Next x equal to 3, if you take y equal to 1 by 8 like this you will get. Next x equal to minus 1, y equal to 2. X equal to minus 2, y equal to 4 like this you will get. Means if you draw the graph of this one, so like this. Means it is approaches to x value but not intersect the x-axis. Like this you will get. Right? Now, so general graph if you draw whenever a is in between 0 to 1, listen carefully, like this you will get. So here 1, so this is a power x, whenever 0 less than a less than 1, y equal to a power x, whenever a is in between 0 to 1, right? But what are the conditions, means what the information we have to learn from this graph, listen carefully. So this is as x approaches to infinity, listen carefully, whenever in this case, whenever 0 less than a less than 1, y equal to a power x conditions we are observing. Whenever x approaches to infinity, x values approaches to plus infinity, our function approaches to what? 0. Means a power x approaches to 0 whenever a is in between 0 to 1. Right? Next, as x approaches to minus infinity, x approaches to minus infinity, our function approaches to what? Plus infinity. Means a power x approaches to infinity. This is important condition. Whenever x approaches to infinity, function approaches to 0. A power x approaches to 0. Whenever x approaches to minus infinity, and a power x approaches to what? Plus infinity. Means y approaches to plus infinity. Right? So this is about the a power x, a graph of the exponential function a power x whenever a between 0, that means 0 less than a less than 1. Next, see the second case. So that one also important. If case 2, a is greater than 1, because here a greater than 0, a not equal to 1 is there. So a greater than 1 means here also I will take a equal to 1 value, a which is greater than 1, a equal to 2 means our function is y equal to 2 power x. Here you take x equal to 0 means y equal to 1, x equal to 1, y equal to 2, x equal to 2, y equal to 4, x equal to minus 1, y equal to 1 by 2, x equal to minus 2, y equal to 1 by 4. These points take on x-axis and y-axis, right? So this is origin 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, here minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3, right? Now x equal to 0, y equal to 1, same point. x equal to 1, y equal to 2, x equal to 2, y equal to 4, x equal to 3, y equal to 8. Next, x equal to minus 1, y equal to 1 by 2 anywhere. Here x equal to minus 2, y equal to 1 by 4, like this you will get. Means if you draw graph here also, so like this you will get. This is the graph of what? Y equal to a power x. Whenever a greater than 1, means y equal to 2 power x you take now here. So if you generalize this graph, like this you will get. So y equal to a power x, it is intersecting x y axis at 1. So this is y equal to a power x whenever a greater than 1. So here is 0. In this one also, so once you observe, whenever x approaches to infinity, so this condition for when a greater than 1. So whenever x approaches to plus infinity, listen carefully, whenever x approaches to plus infinity, so a power x approaches to what? Infinity only, means y value approaches to infinity. Whenever x approaches to infinity, slowly y also approaches to infinity. And whenever x approaches to minus infinity, so function approaches to, means y value approaches to 0. So a power x approaches to 0, right? Whenever a greater than 1, x approaches to infinity, y approaches to infinity. Whenever even x approaches to minus infinity, y approaches to what? Close to x axis, means close to 0. A power x approaches to 0, right? Like this we have to identify whenever x approaches to what? Infinity and minus infinity. So these are the two cases for the exponential function. If these two cases take in one graph only, is how to draw the graph. So like this you will get. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So graphs are like this. Like this. This is y equal to a power x whenever a greater than 1. This is y equal to a power x only whenever a between 0 to 1. Right? Both are intersecting at what? Intersecting the y axis at 1. Right? This is the, by this one identify the domain and the range. What is the domain of the function? See, already you taken x belongs to real number. For all the real numbers you take on x axis any real number, y value exists. So that's why domain is real number. What about the range? Means for this real number, existence of y values from where to where? Here to infinity, but it is not intersecting the x axis. So that's why open interval 0 to infinity. So this is the domain and range of the exponential function and graph also. Okay, no? Right. So many problems are there based on this one. In domain and ranges we will do that problems. Next, come to logarithmic function. Next one is logarithmic function. So what is the definition? A function which of the form y equal to f of x equal to log x to the base a, where x is greater than 0 and a greater than 0, a not equal to 1, is called logarithmic function. Right? So here a function which of the form what? Log x to the base a, y equal to log x to the base a. But x is what? Carefully observe, x is positive real number. X is greater than 0. And a also positive real number, but a not equal to, other than 1 here also. A not equal to 1 is called what? Logarithmic function. Means nothing but logarithmic function is inverse of exponential function. Exponential function and logarithmic function both are inverse to each other. I will explain that one also. Now see here, you taken from this one y equal to log x to the base a you take it, right? Now from this one we know that by the definition of the logarithms already we learned, x can be written as x equal to a power y, right? But previous function, exponential function, how you defined y equal to a power x? What is the difference between these two? Here y, here x is there, here x, here y is there. Means y changes to x, x changes to y. So by the information of exponential function, I will draw the graph of the logarithmic function, because x values, all x values changes to y values, and y value changes to x values. Exponential function intersecting on y axis, but here logarithmic function intersecting on x axis. Means like this. If you draw the graph, or if you take the some values for x and y values, logarithmic function is like this, you will get. Like this will get. This is y equal to log x to the base a whenever a greater than 1, and this is log x to the base a whenever 0 less than a less than 1. So both intersecting the x axis at 1. So this has y axis 0, right? Now here also, what is the domain and range? Domain means existence of x values. X values for the negative values there is no diagram. Means only, so these values only. Means domain is open interval 0 to infinity. What about the range? Range is minus infinity to plus infinity. Means real numbers. Means see here in exponential function y equal to a power x. Exponential function domain is what? Real number. Range is 0 to infinity. And logarithmic function domain is 0 to infinity. Range is real number. Means reverse. Means inverse of that function. Means that's why this function and exponential function were inverse to each other. Right. So the domain of the logarithmic function is what? 0 to infinity, because here to here only x values exist. But for all the 0 to x values 0 to infinity, y values exist what? Up to minus infinity to what? Plus infinity. Means real number. Means x changes to y, y changes to x. Now here also domain changes to range, and range changes to domain of the exponential function. Right? Now see here what I am saying, exponential function. So here a greater than 1, suppose if a greater than 1, what is exponential function? This is y equal to a power x whenever a greater than 1, right? It is intersecting the y axis at 1. Now a greater than 1, this is y equal to log x. A greater than 1, y equal to log x, means like this. So this is intersecting the x axis, y equal to log x to the base a whenever a greater than 1. These two are symmetric about the line y equal to x. So these two are inverse to each other, right? Next, suppose 0 less than a less than 1. 0 less than a less than 1. So whenever 0 less than a less than 1, what about the exponential function? This is exponential function. So this is y equal to a power x whenever 0 less than a less than 1. And whenever 0 less than a less than 1, log x function is what? This one. So this is y equal to log x to the base a whenever 0 less than a less than 1. So this is also symmetric about the line y equal to x, right? Now, so in this logarithmic function, all the properties you know, that log m into n equal to log m plus log n, log m by n equal to log m minus log n to the base a, like that. But some important formulas are there. That formulas I will give. In that properties, first one. So most important for the finding the domain and range, whenever inequalities they given in terms of logarithms, log x to the base a greater than y given. Log x to the, we know that log x to the base a equal to y. X can be written as a power y. Here equal given means here inequality greater than if then x is greater than a power y whenever a greater than 1. X is less than a power y whenever 0 less than a less than 1. Suppose if log x to the base a less than y, then x is less than a power y whenever a greater than 1. X is greater than a power y when 0 less than a less than 1. And third one here I will write. Third one is log x to the base a greater than log y to the base a is there. Then x is greater than y when a greater than 1. X is less than y when 0 less than a less than 1. So these three are important properties to do domain and range of the given function. Okay, now this is about the logarithmic function. Next, come to even and odd functions. The two also important. First one is even function. A function f of x is said to be the even if f of minus x equal to f of x. Means if you replace x by minus x, then same function if you get, then that function is called what? Even function. Means a function f of x is said to be the even if f of minus x equal to f of x. Example, suppose if you take f of x equal to x square, if you take, so f of minus x whole square, that is equal to x square, equal to what? F of x. So f of minus x equal to f of x only. Means if you draw the graph like this, you will get, this is y equal to x square graph. Means x axis, y axis. Means what we are observing from this one? Even function is symmetric about the y axis. This is symmetric about the even function is symmetric about the y axis. Means that is if x comma y lies on the what curve y equal to x square, that is if x comma y lies on the function, then minus x comma y also lies on the same function. Means here anywhere minus x comma y, substitute here y equal to minus x square, that is also what? X square only. Means if x comma y lies on the curve or function, minus x comma y also lies on the same function. Means symmetric about the y axis, right? So this is about the even function. Next, odd function. A function f of x is said to be the odd if f of minus x equal to minus f of x. A function f of x is said to be the odd function. F of minus x means if you replace x by minus x, if you get minus of f of x, then that function is called what? Odd function. You take one example, f of x equal to x cube. F of replace x by minus x, what you will get? Minus x whole cube, that is equal to minus x cube, that is equal to minus f of x. So f of minus x equal to what? Minus f of x. So that's why f is odd function. So if you draw the graph of what f of x equal to x cube, then what you will get? So y equal to f of x, y equal to f of x equal to x cube. Draw the graph of this one like this. So this is a graph of y equal to x cube. If you take some x values and y values, you will get like this. right? So odd function is symmetrical about the opposite quadrants. Odd function is symmetric about the opposite quadrants. Symmetric about the what? Opposite quadrants. Means symmetric about the origin also, right? Suppose one more example you take y equal to sin x. This sin x function also what? Odd function only, because f of minus x equal to sin of minus x equal to minus sin x. So that is equal to minus f of x. Right? This is also example for odd function. Means a function which is symmetric about the origin or opposite quadrant is called what? Odd function. Or a function f of x is said to be the odd function if f of minus x equal to what? Minus f of x. Okay, no? Right. So some properties are there. That properties also we have to discuss. First one is properties. In that first property, derivative of even function is odd. This is the most important condition. Derivative of even function is what? Odd function. Since see, derivative of even function means you take even function f of minus x equal to f of x means function is even, right? Do the differentiation for this one, f dash of minus x, again differentiation of minus x is minus 1, that is equal to f dash x. That implies multiply with minus, f dash of minus x equal to minus f dash of x. Now here function is f dash, but it is looking like what? Odd function or not. This is even. Means f dash of minus x equal to minus f dash of x. Means derivative of even function is odd function, right? Next second one. Derivative of odd function. Derivative of or first derivative of odd function is even. First derivative of odd function is even. Same you take derivative of odd function means you take the odd function f of minus x equal to minus x. So this is odd function, right? Do the differentiation for this one. So if you do the differentiation for this one, f dash of minus x, again differentiation of minus x is minus 1 equal to, again differentiation of this one is minus f dash of x. Multiply with minus, so minus minus get cancelled, f dash of minus x equal to f dash of x. Means it is what? Even function. Means function is odd function. If you do the differentiation, then what you got? Even function. Means derivative of odd function is what? Even function. Means first derivative of even function is odd and first derivative of odd function is even. So these are the two important properties on even and odd functions, right? Next third one. Every function f of x can be written as sum of even and odd functions. Means like this. Suppose f of x is our given function, it can be written as f of x plus f of minus x by 2 plus f of x minus f of minus x by 2. This is also important. This is even function and this is odd function. Once you observe, this is even function. Suppose if you take it as k of x, f of x plus f of minus x by 2. So k of minus x, substitute, replace x by minus x. F of minus x plus f of minus plus f of x divided by 2. Same function got or not? So this is even function. And if you replace x by minus x, if you take this as r of x, one more function, so odd function you will get. Means this is even function and this is odd function. Simplify, minus f of x plus f of x get cancelled, 2 f of x plus f of x, 2 f of x by 2 is f of x only. If you again simplify, this one only you will get, right? So every function can be written as sum of the even and odd function. Understood? See here, minus of minus f of x, here plus f of minus x. Get cancelled. F of x plus f of x. 2 f of x by 2 LCM. So 2 f of x by 2 means f of x only. So this is even, means if you take it as one function and this as another function, in this one replace x by minus x, same function you will get. In this one replace x by minus x, minus of that function you will get. So that's why this is even function, this is odd function, right? And a function may even or odd or neither also, because some functions neither even nor odd also. And one function is there, that is f of x equal to 0 is both even and odd function. Okay, this is about the even and odd function. So in this video, so we discussed fractional part function, exponential function, and logarithmic function, even and odd function. Some properties also we discussed. Okay, now in next video, in next class, we are going to discuss most important topic in our function, that is domain and range of the different functions. That is the most important function. Most important topic. Okay, no, right? Means don't forget to subscribe our channel, that is DSR Maths IIT JEE. Okay, no. Thank